Hey guys, I know I'm super late with this video, but things have been kind of hectic lately. As you can tell by my background, I am not in my old apartment anymore, and I'm also not in my new apartment. I'm actually home in America visiting my parents in Cleveland, Ohio. So today I'm gonna do my Q&A video. I've gotten so many questions, and I actually tried to go through all of the questions in the comments section last night, which was nearly impossible, but I tried to get most of them. So if I don't answer your question, please let me know below, and I'll try to answer it in the next video. Okay, this is a pretty basic question. How old are you and where are you from? I'm 27 years old and I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana. I was born in California and I moved to Louisiana when I was 9 years old. So technically I am a Southern girl because I completely lost my Valley girl accent within the first year of being there. So yeah. How did you get your job in Japan and what did you do in order to get that job? So it was pretty simple. I Googled some companies and I just sent in my resume. The company that I ended up working for sent me an email that next day and they called me saying that they want to set up an interview. So for the interview I had to drive to Toronto and I got interviewed there and I basically just got the job. It wasn't that hard to get the job and that should have been a red flag because I really hated that job. Okay, so let's get into the most requested question, or one of the most requested questions. Is that a wig? How do you maintain your hair? What's wrong with your edges? You tried it, but I'm gonna go ahead and answer your question. In some of my videos, I'm either wearing a wig, clip-ins, or I have a sew-in. I haven't worn my natural hair in any of my videos yet. My hair is between the natural state and the transitioning state. I don't know how that goes, but I'm kind of new to the whole natural thing. And as it's transitioning, which means that the perm hair is coming out, I have been wearing weaves. I love hair and I love trying different styles. I'm not just gonna stick to one style. And with me, I love straight hair. So with natural hair, you want to protect it and you don't want it to get damaged, and that requires you not putting heat in it. And if I don't put heat in my hair is curly. So therefore I wear weaves and I love weaves and I'm going to continue wearing weaves. Okay, next question. How is dating in Japan? It's just like dating in any other countries. Men in Japan can be quite they call them herbivore men, whatever. The only time that I've really been like hit on is if I'm at the club or I'm at a bar somewhere and they've been drinking. This, you know, no guy's gonna catcall you or come up and grab you. Like, they have to be really drunk to really approach you, because other than that, they're pretty shy. Dating here has been pretty normal for me. Nothing's too like different, but I will say be careful dating in Japan, because you have people who specifically want to date you because you're a foreigner. You don't want that kind of person and you don't want to be with that kind of person, so just be careful. That's my advice. Do you have a boyfriend and is he Japanese? Yes, I have a boyfriend and yes, he is Japanese. And I'm not going to go in any more depth than that because you didn't ask me. What's your favorite Japanese food? Yakiniku. It's meat. I love meat. So, how many and which countries have you visited? I visited Canada, Thailand, Korea, Japan. So four countries. I really want to visit Taipei, but I don't know. Maybe hopefully I can go when I come back from here. I also want to visit Europe. Well, not specifically Europe, but like Scandinavia, like Finland, Norway, Sweden. Those countries are just so beautiful, and like at the top of my bucket list is to go see the Northern Lights. Like ever since I watched Balto, I've been wanting to see the Northern Lights. So hopefully I can go there soon, maybe within the next year or two. What was your favorite place you've been to in Japan? I haven't been to that many places. Like I said, I didn't have that much time on my hands to really travel. But my favorite place so far, I'm gonna say Kumamoto. Like, that's where I lived. And that's where I've been, you know, most of the time I've been in Japan. Like, I love Kumamoto. It's beautiful, the people are wonderful, and it's just amazing. A close second I would say is Osaka, but you gotta be in a certain mood to deal with the people of Osaka. Like, that's a whole nother story. What do you enjoy most about Japan? That's easy, the customer service. It's like #1, nothing compares to the customer service in Japan. Oh, this is a good one. Who's your doppelganger? So some of y'all have got it in the comment sections calling me this, but my doppelganger is definitely Kenya Moore. If you don't know who Kenya Moore is, she's the girl on Housewives that everybody hates. But everybody tells me I look just like her. Even before she got on that show, everybody was telling me that I look like Kenya Moore. So I have to go with her. How did you build up the courage to move? Oh, I've always wanted to travel, but I didn't want to join the military. So it wasn't like a big deal for me before like I left. I was really excited. It didn't really hit me until I got to Japan. And that first month was really rough for me because I'm really close to my family. A lot of people who came to Japan have been to university, or they have studied abroad here, or they have did like some kind of homestay here. And I didn't do any of that. I just kind of came in blind. So I wasn't really used to the culture, and I wasn't used to the food. So it was really, really hard for me to adjust. But after that first month, I was good. I mean, I'm here. It's been 2 years, so I must like it. Oh, this is a popular question that I'm embarrassed to answer. Have you learned the language? No, I haven't. Okay, and I have an excuse. When you're working 6 days a week for 1 year straight, it's not easy to learn Japanese, especially if you didn't learn it before you came here. So no, I don't know Japanese. I am studying. It's like a self-study because the Japanese language programs here are so expensive. It's just like taking a college class. So if I can just find somewhere that doesn't charge me as much money, I would love to just go and learn the language. I do feel like it is kind of rude of me not to know the language, but you know what? My friends spoil me. They all speak English. How much does it cost to live in Japan? It depends on where you're living. So if you're living in Tokyo or surrounding areas in Tokyo or Osaka, it's gonna be more expensive because those are the main areas that people go visit. I lived in the southern part of Japan, so my rent and the cost of living there was pretty normal for me. 58,000 yen I paid for rent there. And I'm not saying that Japan isn't an expensive country, because it is, it truly is. And I'm always complaining about how so much, like some of the stuff costs there, and some of the stuff that I can get here in America is so much cheaper. So if you come to Japan and you come here for living, like startup costs, I brought around $4,000. So I would recommend $3,000 to $5,000 to get you started, because the jobs are, you get paid monthly here. You don't get paid every 2 weeks like it is in America. Who are your favorite Jvloggers? This is a tough one because I follow, you know, a handful of Jvloggers, and some of them I've been following for a while, but there has been quite a few new people maybe within the past 2 or 3 years that I've really liked. But recently I've been really loving Happy in Japan. His editing skills are so amazing. Like, I wish he taught a class on editing so I can learn. And it's like watching like a mini reality travel TV show, because all his segments are so well edited. So I would recommend watching him if you're looking for really good places to visit in Japan, especially like really traditional places. Yeah. What's your ethnicity? I'm black. Do you like anime? If so, which ones? Okay, so this is yes and no. When I was younger, I watched it, but I didn't know it was anime at the time. Like, I was so big on Sailor Moon, like obsessed with Sailor Moon. I only liked the English dub Sailor Moon. And the new one that came out, Sailor Moon Crystal, like the animation is just horrible. Anyways, and I just thought it was an American TV show. Like, nothing crossed my mind that it was Japanese at all until my friend, well, she was an exchange student from Japan. She came to my high school and she had like a book bag that had Sailor Moon on it. And I was like, oh, you watch this in Japan? I didn't know they got American, you know, cartoons in Japan. She was like, no, this is Japanese. And like we argued back and forth for like a long time. And then I just accepted it that it was Japanese because everything kind of came into focus. Like, okay, yeah, that the setting isn't American. That's definitely Japanese. The writing is definitely Japanese. And I remember like I have the videos on VHS and the credits at the end had Japanese names. But you know, I don't know what's Japanese and I don't know what's Korean, I don't know what's Chinese, I don't know anything but English. So I was really into Sailor Moon, and like that whole Toonami block that used to come out after school, I used to be watching every single hour of that. But recently, I haven't really been into it. The last really like anime I was into was in college from my roommate's boyfriend. He put me on it and that was Bleach. And I really got into Bleach, but now it's like they don't show it anymore. So I don't know what's going on. Before I came to Japan, I did check out Attack on Titan, and that was pretty good. I really liked that. But since moving there, I haven't watched any anime. And the only time that I can really keep up with it is through Tumblr, and I don't know what people are talking about half the time. My students tried to put me on One Piece, but One Piece is so long and it's just gonna take me so long to finish it, but I really like it so far. It's really cute, it's really funny. But yeah, I like anime. I just don't watch it that much. Who's the person at home you miss the most? That's easy. My dad. My dad's like my best friend. And I try to come home once or twice a year just to see him. Is there a reason you picked Japan and not Korea or any other Asian countries? I picked Japan because that's the country I kind of knew something about with having a friend in high school from there. I was looking into Korea for a while, but I think the time that I was wanting to come to Japan, Korea had that the ferry accident, and then they also had the plane that crashed, and then they also had dudes from North Korea acting a fool. So I just kind of left Korea alone, and I didn't really know much about it, so I just kind of went with my first gut feeling, and that was Japan. And also Japan paid really well compared to other countries. Korea was #1, I think Japan was #2. So I just went with Japan. I went with what I felt was most comfortable for me. So that was most of the questions. I'm pretty sure I got all of them. If I didn't, send me a message or something. I can answer them in the next Q&A video. Maybe I'll do another Q&A when I reach like 20,000, if I can get there. Subscribe. But these were fun questions, even the rude ones. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. Next time you'll see me, I'll be back in Japan. So thank you for watching. Bye.